Good evening and welcome in our news for tonight. His Majesty King Abdullah warns of the dangerous developments in the West Bank during a meeting with U.S. Congress delegation. Israeli forces target a school sheltering displaced people in eastern Deir al-Balah in Gaza, killing 8 Palestinians. Israeli troops launch massive offensives involving ground troops and airstrikes on various cities in the occupied West Bank. Those were the headlines, and now for our news in detail. His Majesty King Abdullah has warned of the dangerous developments in the West Bank during a meeting with a U.S. Congress delegation attended by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al-Hussein. His Majesty stressed that extremist settler attacks against Palestinians in the West Bank, as well as violations of Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem, will lead to further violent escalations. His Majesty also said that reaching an immediate and permanent ceasefire in Gaza is the immediate step that must be taken to stop the cycle of violence in the region. The King emphasized the need for the United States to play a more effective role in pushing to stop the humanitarian catastrophe in the Strip and finding a political horizon to achieve a just and comprehensive peace based on the two-state solution. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al-Hussein has inaugurated the high-level Global Forum of Youth, Peace and Security. The forum is part of Jordan's efforts to implement UN Security Council Resolution 2250 on youth, peace and security, which was initiated by the Crown Prince during his chairing of the open debate session at the Security Council and unanimously adopted in 2015. The two-day forum will also feature dialogue sessions focused on advancing the youth, peace and security agenda. On the sidelines of the opening of the high-level International Forum on Youth, Peace and Security, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al-Hussein met with Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul Ghait and discussed regional developments. During the meeting, the Crown Prince and Abul Ghait stressed the need to reach a permanent ceasefire in Gaza and de-escalate tension in the region. They also emphasized the need to confront Israeli violations in the West Bank and the Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem. In the Gaza Strip, the Health Ministry said 8 civilians have been killed in an Israeli bombardment east of Deir al-Balah in the central parts of the Strip. Medical sources said that the occupation military tanks targeted the vicinity of Manfaluti school, sheltering displaced people east of Deir al-Balah, resulting in the killing of 8 civilians and causing the injury of others. The ongoing Israeli aggression on Gaza since last October has killed more than 40,530 Palestinians, while the number of the wounded climbed to nearly 93,780. In the West Bank, the Israeli occupation forces imposed a curfew on eastern neighborhood of Jenin, preventing citizens from leaving their homes. The occupation forces also ordered citizens of Nur al-Shams refugee camp east of Tul Karim to leave the camp within 4 hours and set up a military post in a neighborhood in the camp. Since last night, Israeli troops have launched massive offensives involving ground troops and airstrikes on Jenin, Tubas and Tul Karim, killing 9 Palestinians and wounding 11 others. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching.